getting unexpected help is a joy for us. That's why at Prudential Life, we've introduced Ultimate, the no-lapse guarantee.
As part of measures to ensure the smooth placement of qualified BECE candidates for 2020, the Ghana Education Service has put in place the following guidelines for the information of parents, guardians, teachers, candidates, and the general public. All senior high schools and senior high technical and vocational schools in Ghana have been placed in 5 categories, namely Category A, Category B, Category C, Category D, and Category E. All candidates must choose their first, second, and third choices from schools in Category A, Category B, Category C, and Category E in order of preference. Each choice must have a program and accommodation preference. Candidates and parents should note that Category A schools can only be selected once, and Category B schools can be selected twice. A candidate can select all 3 choices from Category C or Category E. Additionally, candidates are to select one mandatory senior high technical or vocational technical school and program from Category E. This category consists of all public senior high technical and vocational schools in Ghana. Candidates must know that when placed in a school in this category, the program of choice shall be a technical or vocational program. Also, candidates are to select one school from Category D. Category D represents the day school option. These schools are schools that students will prefer to attend as day students and therefore must be schools that are located in the candidate's catchment area. In total, all candidates must select 5 schools. Parents are supposed to supervise the awards in the filling and selection process, sign and then submit forms to their current junior high school. This message is brought to you by the Ghana Education Service and the Free SHS Secretariat.
Chat to us anytime, anywhere. Access our virtual assistant, the APSA bot, 24/7. That's Africanacity. That's APSA. Unlock banking with biometrics. Now, you can access the APSA mobile banking app using your fingerprint or facial recognition. Download today. That's Africanacity. That's APSA.
COVID-19 has changed the world, but despite the challenges, the spirit of Africanacity is still alive. It's in the tenacity of the men and women keeping us going. It's in the creativity you use to work, teach, and do it all. And it's in the ingenuity of all those who are making a difference. Thank you to everyone still getting things done. Your Africanacity inspires us.
Every now and again, Goil makes good things happen. This time, Goil has introduced Super XP Ron 95, a higher grade fuel loaded with additives and yet sold at the same price as normal fuel. Go Super XP Ron 95 enhances engine performance like never before. It maintains the engine by keeping it clean from carbon deposits. Go Super XP Ron 95 is designed to burn slowly and thus improves fuel economy, making you save money after several kilometers. Go Super XP Ron 95 gives you a smooth driving experience that is less vibrations. Fill up with Goil Super XP Ron 95. Now there's no need to pay more for any higher grade fuel. Goil has that sorted. Goil, good energy.
We are offering our new and over 26 million existing customers worldwide an absolutely free COVID-19 cover. Yes, absolutely free. A couple of reasons. The satisfaction of knowing that you know we care. It's in conformity with who we are, the core of identity. We have a value of initiative that constantly drives us and to push the bar. We have a mantra, always listening, always understanding, and we back that up. Customer satisfaction is important to us. We have been doing this for over 170 years. We have honored our promise throughout the years. We were there in 1848 during the cholera pandemic, the sinking of the Titanic in 1912, through World Wars I and II, 1918 Spanish flu epidemic, through the decade of the Great Depression, 2002 SARS outbreak. And we certainly have every intention of honoring claims for this 2020 coronavirus pandemic. Hi. My name is Razak Abdul, and I'm the head of customer service here at Prudential Life Insurance Ghana. I invite you all to join the Prudential Life family today.
There's always that one individual so selfless and caring. The world still has caring people. Getting unexpected help is a joy for us. That's why at Prudential Life, we've introduced Ultimate, the no-lapse guarantee on your Premier and Classic farewell plans. The biggest challenge for most clients having a funeral policy is the fact that when they are unable to pay premiums due to financial challenges, the policies elapse and the full benefit falls off. We have introduced the no-lapse guarantee on our funeral plans. This ensures that you don't lose your full benefit during challenging financial moments. Prudential, always listening, always understanding.
It's time to be extra. To get extra. Be extra with Airtel Tigo's new call and data bundles. Live extra only on Airtel Tigo.
Dial *111# now.
Airtel Tigo. Life is simple.
Kwesi, morning. I just sent you Airtel Tigo money from my new number. We delivered 2 healthy kids last night. Congrats. Have you heard? Kwesi has
2 kids. Have you heard?
My son has 2 kids. Kwesi. No. Now your sister almost 7. Have you heard the news about the missing chicken?
Have you heard? Get free calls and free Airtel Tigo money transfers for 6 months on new Airtel Tigo SIMs. Get a SIM today.
Choose Dano Milk for your family because 100% of our milk is sourced from our farms, taking great care in every step to ensure the milk that gets to you is of high quality. So build your strength every day with the goodness of Dano Milk. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Accra College of Medicine is the leading private medical college in the country, seeking to train doctors who are committed to excellence and have the heart power. With the state-of-the-art facilities, small class size, and an amazing faculty, we help our students learn better.
My dream of becoming a medical doctor is now a reality because at ACM, I am offered the best learning experience.
We are accredited by the National Accreditation Board and the Medical and Dental Council. ACM is affiliated to the University of Ghana with mentorship from the University of Ghana Medical School.
For those who want to pursue medicine, our doors are wide open. Accra College of Medicine is the place to be.
Visit www.acm.edu.gh to apply now. Accra College of Medicine, producing the next generation of health professionals.
Newmont Africa is a subsidiary of Newmont Corporation, the world's leading gold mining business with unmatched portfolio of assets, prospects, and talent. The global leader in sustainability. We are driven by our values of safety, integrity, sustainability, inclusion, and responsibility. We are the leading gold producer in Ghana with the purpose of creating value and improving the lives of our stakeholders through sustainable and responsible mining.
As part of measures to ensure the smooth placement of qualified BEC candidates for 2020, the Ghana Education Service has put in place the following guidelines for the information of parents, guardians, teachers, candidates, and the general public. All senior high schools and senior high technical and vocational schools in Ghana have been placed in 5 categories, namely Category A, Category B, Category C, Category D, and Category E. All candidates must choose their first, second, and third choices from schools in Category A, Category B, Category C, and Category E in order of preference. Each choice must have a program and accommodation preference. Candidates and parents should note that Category A schools can only be selected once, and Category B schools can be selected twice. A candidate can select all 3 choices from Category C or Category E. Additionally, candidates are to select one mandatory senior high technical or vocational technical school and program from Category E. This category consists of all public senior high technical and vocational schools in Ghana. Candidates must know that when placed in a school in this category, the program of choice shall be a technical or vocational program. Also, candidates are to select one school from Category D. Category D represents the day school option. These schools are schools that students will prefer to attend as day students and therefore must be schools that are located in the candidate's catchment area. In total, all candidates must select 5 schools. Parents are supposed to supervise the awards in the filling and selection process, sign and then submit forms to their current junior high school. This message is brought to you by the Ghana Education Service and the Free SHS Secretariat.
Chat to us anytime, anywhere. Access our virtual assistant, the APSA bot, 24/7. That's Africanacity. That's APSA. Unlock banking with biometrics. Now, you can access the APSA mobile banking app using your fingerprint or facial recognition. Download today. That's Africanacity. That's APSA.
COVID-19 has changed the world, But despite the challenges, the spirit of Africanacity is still alive. It's in the tenacity of the men and women keeping us going. It's in the creativity you use to work, teach, and do it all. And it's in the ingenuity of all those who are making a difference. Thank you to everyone still getting things done. Your Africanacity inspires us.
Every now and again, Goil makes good things happen. This time, Goil has introduced Super XP Ron 95, a higher grade fuel loaded with additives and yet sold at the same price as normal fuel. Goil Super XP Ron 95 enhances engine performance like never before. It maintains the engine by keeping it clean from carbon deposits. Goil Super XP Ron 95 is designed to burn slowly and thus improves.
When Ghana recorded its first few cases of COVID-19, hopes of producing the 2020 edition of the National Science and Maths Quiz were almost shattered. Fortunately, the regional qualifiers had already been completed, and preparations for the production of the National Championship were far advanced. However, all arrangements for the National Championship and ongoing regional championships had to be suspended. If the production of the 2020 edition of the NSMQ were to come off in the face of the pandemic, it needed a new game plan. Hence, Primetime had to postpone the program, which was to be held in June and July 2020, to re-strategize. After several months of rigorous brainstorming sessions, Primetime came up with a new plan. One that had been carefully designed to ensure the safety of all participants of the NSMQ. Unlike in previous years, where all the 5 stages of the National Championship were held in Accra, the preliminary stage of the 2020 edition of the National Science and Maths Quiz will be held in the various regions and zones. Schools from the Bono, Ahafo, and Bono East regions will come together to form the Bono Ahafo zone. Schools from the Volta and Oti regions would emerge as the Volta Oti zone. Schools from the Northern, Savannah, Northeast, Upper East.
Welcome to the 2020 edition of the National Science and Math Quiz. This time we bring you the second quarter-final contest featuring St. Margaret Mary Senior High School, BOA AMPONSEM Senior High School, and GSTS. We'll meet the contestants after I sit down, but for now, I'd like to acknowledge our sponsors. The National Science and Math Quiz is sponsored by the Ghana Education Service in partnership with Absa Bank and supported by Joy News, Prudential Life Insurance Ghana, Goil, Airtel Tigo, Dano Milk, Accra College of Medicine, Academic City University College, Central University, GTP, Adanse Travels, Third Eye Care and Vision Center, Medifem Multi-Specialist Hospital and Fertility Center, Newmont Ghana, and YFM. Of course, it's a Primetime production. Well, we are in the money zone. What this means is that each point scored is worth 10 Ghana cedis. And that goes to each of the team members, 3 contestants and 1 teacher. This comes from Absa Bank. So thank you, Absa Bank, for the money zone. I'll now sit down so that we can begin. My name is Elsie Fakofman, and I'm honored to be your quiz mistress. Thank you. Once again, this contest features St. Margaret Mary Senior High School, BOA AMPONSEM Senior High School, and GSTS. GSTS is represented by
Aban Panti Canet, final year.
Ejekwati Richmond, final year.
You're welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, madam.
How are you doing?
You're doing good.
Wonderful. This happens to be the same team from last year, isn't it?
Yes, please. Madam.
Yeah, so what have you been up to? I know you like movies and games.
Yes, please.
Is that all you've been doing, or it's been something new this year?
Well, I missed our preparation for this year's NSMQ competition too.
All right, great. So what are we to expect?
Actually, we've gone through a series of preparations, and we hope with the advices of our teachers and their coaching, we will be able to, together with our best and the handiwork of God, we'll be able to manifest here today.
Best wishes to you. St. Margaret Mary Senior High School is represented by
Joel Osafo, SS3. Isaac Opai, SS3.
You're welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you. Yes,
and how are you?
We are blessed and highly favored.
You are doing well?
Yes, please.
Okay, good. So what have you also been up to? COVID-19 caught up with us in 2020. How did that affect you?
Oh, it was normal.
Normal. All right, good. And what are we expecting this time?
Just expect the best.
The best?
Yes.
All right, I like the best. So the best to you.
Thank you.
BOA AMPONSEM Senior High School is represented by
Nana Owusu Benedict, final year. Apo Franklin.
You're welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you, madam.
Franklin, you are returning from last year.
Yes, madam.
Yes, what have you been up to?
Oh, we're preparing and we are now here, so we hope the Lord is going to help us, and until the grace fails, it's actually going to be a rain.
All right, best wishes to you.
Thank you, madam.
Okay. Viewers, we've met the contestants. I think we are set and ready to go. As you know, the contest comes to you in 5 rounds. The first round is the round for fundamental concepts. The questions are simple and direct. I'm expecting simple and direct answers from you. If you answer your major question correctly, 3 points. If the question is incorrectly answered, it becomes available to the 2 other schools. A school may ring and attempt an answer. If right, 1 bonus point. If not, a penalty, 1 point. For questions that require calculations, you have 30 seconds to present your answer. If there are no calculations, you have 10 seconds to do so. And all of the questions are to be attempted once only, just once. Best wishes to all 3 schools. I'm going to be starting with you, BOA AMPONSEM. All right. Are we ready? Yes. Okay, so BOA AMPONSEM. Define lattice energy. Yes, Franklin.
Okay. Lattice energy is the energy required to break ionic compound into their ionic forms in their gaseous state, or the energy produced when an ionic compound is formed from its ions in their gaseous state at standard conditions.
Okay. St. Margaret Mary, give two main factors that will affect the value of the lattice energy. Yes, Joel.
Okay, so the electronegativity difference between the ions present in the compound, in the gaseous compound, and also the conditions, that is, if the standard conditions are altered, the lattice energy can also be affected.
I'm not accepting that. Yes, GSTS, Panti.
So, Madam, the 2 factors are the ionic size and the ionic charge.
Yes. Your major question. Explain why magnesium oxide is expected to be less soluble in water than sodium chloride. Yes, Panti.
Madam, magnesium oxide is expected to be less soluble in water than sodium chloride because due to the high ionic charge of magnesium, which is +2, and small size of magnesium, it has higher polarizing power, and so polarizes the oxygen more as compared to the sodium with a larger size and a smaller charge of +1, polarizing the chlorine in NaCl, which means that it introduces more covalent characters into magnesium oxide than in NaCl, meaning that MgO will be less soluble in water, which is also an ionic solvent.
Hey, Panti, on and on. Anyway, I'll give you 2 out of 3. It's a lot simpler than what you were saying, huh? But you did have some of the elements there. So the solubility depends on the lattice energy. Remember the previous questions were about lattice energy. I needed you to link it to the lattice energy. So solubility depends on the lattice energy, which requires energy input, and hydration energy, which gives out energy, right? So the MgO has higher combined ionic charge, that is -4. The -2 plus the 2. You mentioned the charge, right? Okay, compared to the NaCl combined charge, which is -2. So it's a charge, the main charge. You yourself said charge was important. So it's a charge difference. So you will need a larger energy to separate the Mg2 plus and O2 minus in the solid state than sodium plus and chlorine minus, right? Okay, so that's the main reason. All right, next set, 10 seconds with a preamble to all schools. When I get to your school, I will give you a description. I will give you a description. Please mention the biological term to which the description I give you refers. I hope you got it. All right. So your description, BOA AMPONSEM. Chemicals involved in the transmission of impulses at synapses. Yes, Franklin?
Okay. Neurotransmitters.
You are right. Say, Margaret Mary, electrical potential difference across the resting neural membrane. Isaac?
Resting potential.
Yes. Please speak up for me, huh? All right, GSTS, with the same preamble, your description is gap between the presynaptic and the postsynaptic neurons. Yes, Panti?
Synapse.
Yes. It's also known as the synaptic cleft. All right. Preamble to all schools. This set 30 seconds. Find the equation of the perpendicular bisector of the line segment AB given. Find the equation of the perpendicular bisector of the segment AB given. BOA AMPONSEM. A has coordinates 1, 2, and B has coordinates 3, 1. Did they make it on time? Yeah, go ahead, Benedict.
We have 2y. 2y is equal to -x plus 5.
That's incorrect. Yes,
so we
Panti.
have the equation of the perpendicular bisector, y equals 2x plus 1.
That's incorrect. The right answer is y is equal to 2x minus 5 over 2. Or if you wanted to clear it to the 2y, you have 2y is equal to 4x minus 5. All right? Okay. Say, Margaret Mary, with the same preamble. A has coordinates -2, -1, and B has coordinates 1, 2. Yes, Joel.
Okay, so the equation is, so you have the equation to be y is equal to -x.
You're right. GSTS with the same preamble. The coordinates of A are 2, -1, and B coordinates -2, 2. Is your hand up? Yes, go ahead, please.
So the equation of the line, the perpendicular bisector is 6y minus 8x minus 3 equals 0.
You're right. You could also have told me y is equal to 4/3x plus half. The same. All right. Next set. BOA AMPONSEM. Find the angle of minimum deviation of light passing through a 60-degree prism if the refractive index of the prism glass is 1.45 at the light wavelength. Is your hand up, Franklin? Go ahead.
Okay. The minimum angle of deviation is 60 degrees. 60 degrees. 60 degrees.
That's incorrect. For a bonus. The right answer, or let me hold on to the right answer for now. I'll tell you later. All right. Say, Margaret Mary. Find the angle of minimum deviation of light passing through a 60-degree prism if the refractive index of the prism glass is 1.60 at the light wavelength. Joel.
So the angle is 2 sine inverse of 4/5 or minus 60 degrees.
I'm not accepting that for a bonus. Okay, I'm holding on to your answer as well. Come back. All right. GSTS. Find the angle of minimum deviation of light passing through a 60-degree prism if the refractive index of the prism glass is 1.25 at the light wavelength. Yes, Panti.
So the minimum deviation is 10 degrees.
That's incorrect for bonus. All right, so you had difficulty with this one. So go and look it up, right? But for you, BOA AMPONSEM, the answer was 32.9 degrees. I was willing to accept two significant figures at 33 degrees. For, say, Margaret Mary, the answer is 46.3 degrees, and I was willing to accept 46 degrees. And GSTS, your answer was 17.4 degrees, and I was willing to accept 17 degrees. Next set. BOA AMPONSEM. Lead 4 oxide reacts with hot concentrated H2SO4 to give lead 2 tetraoxosulfate 6, oxygen gas, and water. Please give a balanced equation for the reaction. Yes, Franklin.
2PbO2 plus 2H2SO4 going into 2PbSO4 plus O2 plus 2H2O.
Well done. St. Margaret Mary, lead 4 chloride hydrolyzes in water to give lead 4 oxide and HCl. Please give a balanced equation for the reaction. Joel.
You have Pb, 1 mole of PbCl2 plus 1 mole of H2O, moving to 1 mole of PbO plus 2 moles of HCl.
That's incorrect. Yes, Benedict.
PbCl4 plus 2H2O going into PbO2 plus 4HCl.
That's right. GSTS, Pb3O4, an oxide of lead, reacts with dilute trioxonitrate 5 acid to give lead 2 trioxonitrate 5, lead 4 oxide, and water. Please give a balanced equation for the reaction. Did they make it? No. Okay, for bonus. Yes, Franklin.
Pb3O4 plus 2HNO3 going into Pb into bracket NO3 subscript 2 plus 2PbO2 plus H2O.
No. You were close, though. You were close, but that's not it. It's Pb3O4 plus 4HNO3 going to 2PbNO3 subscript 2, PbO2 plus 2H2O. All right. Preamble to all schools. Once again, I will give you a description. I will give you a description. Please mention the term to which the description refers. Mention the term to which the description refers. BOA AMPONSEM, DNA and protein complex that forms chromosomes. Yes, Franklin.
Okay. It is the nucleosome.
No, that's incorrect for bonus. It's chromatin. Say, Margaret Mary, DNA strands containing genes that code for the production of proteins. Isaac?
Codon.
That's incorrect. Yes, which of you, Benedict?
RNA.
No. The right answer is chromosome. Chromosomes. GSTS. Single-stranded chromosome resulting from the separation of sister chromatids. Too late for bonus. Daughter chromosome. Next set, and I have a preamble to all schools. Preamble to all schools. Given that B is positive and A is greater than 4, find, please, did you get your preamble? Okay, once again. Given that B is positive and A is greater than 4, find, all right, BOA AMPONSEM. The cosine of the inverse tangent of the expression B over 3. Yes, Franklin.
Okay. I have the answer to be cos squared B over 3 divided by sine B over 3.
I'm not accepting that for bonus. Okay, I'm holding on to your answer for now. Say, Margaret Mary, with the same preamble, the sign of the inverse cosine of the expression 4 over A. Yes, Joel.
30 degrees.
No, that's incorrect for a bonus. I'll hold on to your answer as well. GSTS, with the same preamble, the sign of the inverse cotangent of the expression A over B. Panty.
45 degrees.
That's incorrect. All right, you don't understand this problem at all. So for your answer, BOA AMPONSEM, the answer is 3 over the expression, square root of the expression, B squared plus 9. Okay, so in the numerator 3, in the denominator, square root of the expression, B squared plus 9. All right, for you, say Margaret Mary, your answer is square root of the expression A squared minus 16 all over A. And then for you, GSTS, the right answer is B over the expression square root of the expression, B over square root of the expression A squared plus B squared. All right, so go check it out later. All right, next set. BOA AMPONSEM. The magnitude of the electric field between the plates of a charge capacitor is 5.0 volts per meter. Find the energy density in the region between the plates of the capacitor. Yes, Franklin.
1.1 times 10 to the power negative 11 joules per meter cube.
That's incorrect for a bonus. The trouble was your exponent. The right answer is 1.1 times 10 raised to the power negative 10 joule per meter cubed. All right. St. Margaret Mary, the magnitude of the electric field between the plates of a charge capacitor is 8.0 volts per meter. Find the energy density in the region between the plates of the capacitor. Yes, Joel.
2.0 times 10 exponent negative 10 joule per meter cube.
Please repeat.
2.0 times 10 exponent negative 10 joule per meter cube.
That's incorrect. Yes, Benedict.
We have 2.8 times 10 to the power negative 10 joule per meter cube.
You are right. GSTS. The magnitude of the electric field between the plates of a charge capacitor is 12 volts per meter. Find the energy density in the region between the plates of the capacitor. Yes, Panti.
9.6 times 10 to the power negative 4 joule per meter cube.
You are incorrect. Yes, Benedict.
We have 6.4 times 10 to the power negative 10 joule per meter cube.
You are right. Next set starts with a preamble to all schools. Preamble. Magnesium nitride, a pale yellow solid, is formed when magnesium is heated to redness in ammonia, according to the equation. 3 Mg plus 2 NH3 going to Mg3N2 plus 3 H2. Atomic masses. For magnesium, it's 24.0. Nitrogen, 14.0. Hydrogen, 1.00. Please, did you get your preamble? Once again. All right. Magnesium nitride, a pale yellow solid, is formed when magnesium is heated to redness in ammonia, according to the equation. 3 Mg plus 2 NH3 goes to Mg3N2 plus 3 H2. Atomic mass for Mg is 24.0. For nitrogen, it's 14.0, and for hydrogen, it's 1.00. Now, BOA AMPONSEM. Calculate the mass of the nitride formed when 36.0 grams of magnesium is heated in 30.0 grams of ammonia. Franklin.
Okay, the answer is 50.0 grams.
You're right. Say, Margaret Mary, with the same preamble, calculate the mass of Mg3N2 to be formed from 96.0 grams of Mg in excess ammonia. For bonus.
133 grams.
Yes. Your major question. Calculate the volume of H2 at STP expected from a reaction of 51.0 grams of ammonia and 96.0 grams magnesium. Molar volume of an ideal gas at STP is 22.4 decimeter cubed. Panty.
Volume of hydrogen gas is 89.6 dm3.
You're right. All right, for the next set, I have a question which will go to all schools. When I get to your school, please give me a right answer so I can move on for the next right answer, different from what has already been said. I hope it's clear. All right, so this is the question. Mention one. Only one adaptation of C4 plants that makes them superior to C3 plants. And first choice goes to you, BOA AMPONSEM. Yes, Franklin.
The C4 plants are able to take out photosynthesis even in the dark or at night by using the oxygen in the atmosphere to convert them into carbon dioxide due to the thin layer of their mesophil.
I'm not going to accept that. Say, Margaret Mary.
C4 plants has higher metabolic rate than the C3 plants.
I'm not accepting that either. Yes, GSTS.
Okay, C4 plant, due to the presence of the various forms of the chlorophyll, has the ability to absorb different wavelength of light, which the C3 cannot, and so would increase the effectiveness of their ability to photosynthesize, to produce enough food for their own survival.
I'm not accepting that either. Okay, so let me share what I was expecting. So first, they have a special type of leaf anatomy. It's known as the Kranz leaf anatomy, okay? And many of the things that arise is because of this different anatomy. So they tolerate higher temperatures. They show a response to high light intensities. They lack photorespiration. They have greater productivity of biomass. They can photosynthesize in saline and arid regions. They can withstand low CO2 conditions. You see where, that's why I couldn't accept any of the things you were telling me. All right, next set, 30 seconds with a preamble to all schools. Preamble. Express A in terms of B, given the preamble is that. So preamble, once again. Express A in terms of B, given, all right, BOA AMPONSEM. A is equal to log to the base 8 of 27, and B is equal to log to the base 4 of 9. Yes, Franklin.
Okay. Okay. A is equal to 2B.
That's incorrect for a bonus. The right answer is A is equal to B. St. Margaret Mary, with the same preamble, A is equal to log to the base 4 of 625, and B is equal to log to the base 8 of 125. Yes, Isaac.
A is equal to 5B.
That's incorrect for a bonus. Which of you, please? Kwache.
Ms. Madam, A is equal to 2B.
You're right. Now your major question with the same preamble. A is equal to log to the base 3 of 64, and B is equal to log to the base 9 of 256. Did they make it on time? No, for a bonus.
It's got to 3.
You rang. Yeah, go ahead.
So A is equal to 10B all over 7.
No. The right answer is A is equal to 3B over 2. Last set of questions for the round. We start with a preamble to all schools. Preamble. An incompressible fluid of density 1,000 kilogram per meter cubed flows under a pressure of 4.0 times 10 raised to the power 5 Pascal in a pipe of inside diameter 2.0 centimeters that supplies fluid to a network of pipes. Again? All right. An incompressible fluid of density 1,000 kilogram per meter cubed flows under a pressure of 4.0 times 10 raised to the power 5 Pascal in a pipe of inside diameter 2.0 centimeter that supplies fluid to a network of pipes. BOA AMPONSEM. Find the pressure in a 1.2 centimeter inside diameter pipe 2.0 meters above the inlet pipe when the fluid flows at 2.0 meter per second in the inlet pipe. Is that hand up, Franklin? Go ahead.
Okay. The pressure is 1,200 pascals.
That's incorrect for bonus. The right answer is 4.2 times 10 raised to the power 5 Pascal. With the same preamble, say Margaret Mary. Find the pressure in a 1.0 centimeter inside diameter pipe, 3.0 meters above the inlet pipe, when the fluid flows at 5.0 meters per second in the inlet pipe. Yes, Joel.
The pressure is 3.8 times 10 exponent 5 Pascal.
That's incorrect for bonus. The right answer is 4.4 times 10 raised to the power 5 Pascal. Last question of the round with the same preamble. Find the pressure in a 0.50 centimeter inside diameter pipe, 2.5 meters above the inlet pipe, when the fluid flows at 4.0 meters per second in the inlet pipe. Panty.
4.0 times 10 to the power 4 Pascal.
That's incorrect for bonus. The right answer is 4.3 times 10 raised to the power 5 Pascal. And that brings us to the end of the first round. At the end of the first round, St. Margaret Mary Senior High School has 5 points. BOA AMPONSEM Senior High School has 13 points. GSTS has 13 points. 4 more rounds to go. Round 2. This round is also known as a speed race. The questions in the round are directed to all 3 schools simultaneously. For an opportunity to answer a question, you must ring for it. May I hear your bell, GSTS? Thank you. Yours, St. Margaret Mary. Thank you. And yours, BOA AMPONSEM. Thank you. If you ring and answer correctly on the first attempt, 3 points. On the second attempt, 2 points. On the third attempt, 1 point. But be mindful that if you attempt to answer a question and the answer is wrong, or you are unable to come up with an answer in a reasonable time, you lose a precious point. For questions which require calculations, you have 30 seconds to present your answer. If there are no calculations involved, you have 10 seconds to present that answer. Best wishes to all 3 schools. First set of questions. First question, 10 seconds. Why is it that in the Compton effect, the electron can be free, whereas in the photoelectric effect, the electron must be bound? Yes, Joel.
So in the photoelectric effect, the electrons must be bound because of the ejection procedure. That is, the light of incident frequency must hit the metal before the electrons must be ejected. But in the Compton effect, it just requires a single photon to hit the metal so that the electrons can be ejected. And the electrons are free because...
No. Let me move on, okay? All right, GSTS.
Madam, in the Compton effect, the electron must be free because the electron has to be moving with a momentum such that when it collides with the photon, it will give part of its energy to the photon. Then it will scatter off in an angle with a longer wavelength, that is, with a less energy. But in the photoelectric effect, the electron must be bound because it is an incident photon that will transfer some of its energy to the electron so that it can break free from the intermolecular force of attraction.
I'm not accepting that. Oh dear, it's a lot simpler than you are making it. All right. The answer is that a free electron cannot absorb a photon and still conserve both energy and linear momentum. So it's a requirement for conservation of energy and linear momentum that makes it necessary. Okay? The need to conserve both energy and linear momentum. Next one, 30 seconds. A photon accelerated through a potential difference of 5.0 kilovolts approaches a stationary helium nucleus head-on. Determine the distance of closest approach of the 2 particles. The right answer is 0.58 picometers. 0.58 picometer. All right, 30 seconds. White light is incident on a 600 lines per millimeter diffraction grating at an angle of incidence of 30 degrees. Find the wavelength diffracted at 45 degrees in first order. Please give your answer to 3 significant figures. Yes. Which of you? Franklin.
Okay. The angle is going to be The angle is going to be 60 degrees.
No. The right answer is 345 nanometers. Next set, 10 seconds each. Why are there fewer organisms at the top of the... Yes, Franklin.
Because at the top of the pyramid, the organisms there are either consumers, they are consumers. So at the top of the pyramid, the energy there is very low. So it requires fewer living organisms to attain that energy. That's the energy there is the energy that is going to supply to only fewer organisms. So therefore, at the top of the organism, the energy is going to be...
I am not accepting. Who else rang? Yes, Panti.
Organisms at the higher level of the trophic level are few. This is because, according to the law that guides the feeding relationship, it shows that as one moves or progresses up the trophic levels, the energy gradually decreases due to the fact that part of the energy is converted to heat. Some too are converted to indigestible material, which cannot be gained by organisms high up. So it means that the energy up there is lower and so cannot take care of enough organisms up there. And so fewer energy means that fewer organisms will be occupying the higher trophic levels.
No, I'm not accepting it. It's not that different from what BOA AMPONSEM told me anyway. You've given up. I saw you shaking your head and doing this. You don't want it. Say Margaret Mary. Oh. It's over. Okay. All right. It's because there is very little food left for secondary consumers compared to the primary consumers. By the way, if you had waited, I would say at the top of the ecological pyramid. And it's because there's very little food left. So you would have also fewer consumers than producers. Okay? So food limitation. Next one. How are photosynthetic organisms at different depths in the ocean, where light intensity is limited, adapted to carry out photosynthesis under these conditions? Yes, Panti.
Some of these organisms under the sea, where light penetration is minimal, some of them are chemosynthetic. That is, they are able to obtain energy from chemical reactions at the seabeds and use their energy from it to manufacture their food. And also, some of these organisms, some of these photosynthetic organisms found at the seabed are also able to obtain energy from the sea, from the beds of the sea, aside chemosynthesis.
I'm not accepting it. For a bonus. No, it's not bonus. It's still active. You've ignored the question. All right. Okay, so plants at great depth contain some accessory pigments. So there are some pigments known as accessory pigments. And these pigments work in conjunction with chlorophyll to capture sunlight easily. Okay, so it's the work of the accessory pigments, carotenoids and phycobiliproteins, interesting accessory pigments. Okay. Next one. Mention the two very important functions of the allantois in an egg. Yes.
The two main important functions of an allantois in an egg is one, to provide nourishment for the egg. And it also helps in the formation of the umbilical cord that attaches the young organism to the parent.
I'm not accepting that. Oh, no. Okay, so the two very important functions. The allantois is the site for gas diffusion. So diffusion of gases, and then also removal of wastes. Diffusion and waste removal. All right. Next set, 10 seconds each. Give the systematic name of only one, saturated alkanoic acid that can be obtained from palm oil. Yes, Panti.
Palmitic acid, which has 16 carbons within it.
Is that the systematic name? No, I'm not accepting it. Oh. All right. Palmitic acid, systematic name is hexadecanoic acid. Okay. The other one which you could have mentioned, which you didn't, was octadecanoic acid or stearic acid. But I was looking for hexadecanoic acid. All right. Next one. Define neutralization. Okay. Kwache, go ahead.
Madam, neutralization refers to the reaction between hydrogen ion from an acid and hydroxyl ion from a base to form 1 mole of water under standard conditions of 298 Kelvin temperature and 100 kilopascal pressure.
I'm not accepting it. And I'll continue reading for the rest of you. Define neutralization based on the Bronsted-Lowry concept of acids and bases. Yes, which of you, please? Franklin.
Neutralization occurs when an acid donates a proton to a base. That's when a base accepts a proton from the acid.
Okay. Give the units of the rate constant for a second order. Yes, Joel. Go ahead.
So we have mole dm to the power minus 6 per second.
That's incorrect. Who rang next? Yes, Panti.
So the rate constant unit is mole to the power minus 1, dm to the power 3 per second.
Yes. Last set of questions for the round, 30 seconds each. Find the area of a rhombus if one diagonal is of length 16 centimeters and a side has length 17 centimeters. Yes, Benedict.
Okay, madam, we have the area to be equal to.
The area is equal to.
I'm moving on. Yes, which of you, Panti?
120 centimeters squared.
That's incorrect. The right answer is 240 centimeters squared. Next one. Please, for this one, please give your answers in order, okay? Clearly. A sequence is defined by the recurrence relation. U subscript n plus 1. N plus 1 is a subscript, okay? Is equal to 2un subscript n minus 3n, and u1 is equal to 1. Find the next two terms. Yes. Which of you, Benedict?
Madam, we have -1, -2.
That's incorrect. Who did someone else? Yes. Kwache.
Okay, Madam, we have -1, -8, and -25.
No. Oh, my goodness. Were you listening to the question? Give the next two terms. U2 is -1 and U3 is -8. That's it. No more. Okay. Last one. Simplify the trigonometric expression. The expression cosine of x plus sine of x, this all squared, minus sine of 2x. Yes.
Okay.
Franklin.
I'm having 1.
Yes. And that's the end of the second round.
Every now and again, GOIL makes good things happen. This time, GOIL has introduced Super XP Ron 95, a higher grade fuel loaded with additives and yet sold at the same price as normal fuel. GOIL Super XP Ron 95 enhances engine performance like never before. It maintains the engine by keeping it clean from carbon deposits. GOIL Super XP Ron 95 is designed to burn slowly and thus improves fuel economy, making you save money after several kilometers. GOIL Super XP Ron 95 gives you a smooth driving experience, that is, less vibrations. Fill up with GOIL Super XP Ron 95. Now there's no need to pay more for any higher grade fuel. GOIL has that sorted. GOIL, good energy.
World. But despite the challenges, the spirit of Africanacity is still alive. It's in the tenacity of the men and women keeping us going. It's in the creativity you use to work, teach, and do it all. And it's in the ingenuity of all those who are making a difference. Thank you to everyone still getting things done. Your Africanacity inspires us.
At the end of the second round, St. Margaret Mary Senior High School has 3 points. GSTS has 7 points. BOA AMPONSEM Senior High School has 14 points. We are at the top of round 3. At stake in this round is the Prudential Life Insurance NSMQ Star. The star is an award that goes to any school that earns a perfect score of 10 points. The star at this stage is worth 2,800 Ghana cedis to the team. Something to work for, right? Okay, so be mindful of that as you tackle the problem of the day. All right, so the problem of the day is a question that goes to all 3 schools. It's a single question. It will engage you for a bit longer than what you've seen so far. So from the time I ask you to begin, you will have 4 minutes to present an answer on the board. As already mentioned, the problem of the day is worth 10 points. You may now stand up and stand in front of your screens. Face the audience. And now let's turn over our sheets and read the problem of the day together. Problem of the day. Balance each of the following redox reactions by the half reaction method. Write down the equations for the oxidation and reduction half reactions, and then the balanced redox reaction or equation. And there are 5 of them. First one, CH3Br liquid plus Li solid going to CH3Li plus LiBr. Second, CH3CH2OH plus Cr2O7 2 plus H plus going to CH3CO2H plus Cr3 plus H2O. Third one, HNO3 plus Cu2O going to CuNO3, NO3 subscript 2, plus NO plus H2O. Fourth one, Br2 aqueous plus gaseous SO2 plus H2O going to Br minus plus SO4 2 minus aqueous plus aqueous H plus. And finally, Cn minus, that's aqueous, plus aqueous MnO4 minus plus H2O liquid going to CnO minus plus MnO2 plus OH minus. Contestants, this is your problem of the day. You may now begin. Please stop writing. Resume your seats. deviation. All of it. So it starts from here and then continues like this. All of this. The contestants have presented their answers. Before I award the points, let's look at the suggested solution from our consultants. This is a problem from chemistry. So the question was, balance each of the equations and their redox reactions. And contestants were to use the half reaction method. They were to write down equations for the oxidation and reduction half reactions, and then the balanced redox equation. In fact, there were 5 of them, so it's rather lengthy. What I was going to do, and I had a note from consultants that just putting down the balanced equation should not fetch any marks, because we are to go through the process of using the half reaction method. All right? So the balanced equation by itself really doesn't earn you too much, but you need to be able to have the half reactions. All right? So each of the equations will fetch 2 points, giving a total of 10 points, right? Okay, so let's go through it. The first one was CH3Br plus Li going to CH3Li plus LiBr. The oxidation reaction is 2Li going minus 2 electrons going to 2Li plus. The reduction is CH3Br plus 2 electrons going to CH3 minus plus Br minus. And the balance equation would then be CH3Br plus 2Li going to CH3Li plus LiBr. 2 points for all of this, mainly looking at the oxidation and the reduction reactions. The second one was CH2OH plus Cr2O7 plus H plus going to CH3CO2H plus Cr3 plus H2O. For this one, the oxidation reaction is CH3CH2OH minus 4 electrons plus H2O going to CH3CO2H plus 4H plus. And the reduction is Cr2O7 2 minus 6 electrons plus 14H plus going to 2Cr3 plus 7H2O. Obviously, since we have different quantities of electrons, we are going to have to do some massaging. So you can multiply the first one, the oxidation, by 3, and then the second one, the reduction, by 2, and then add the 2 to get the balanced equation. What you will get is 3CH3CH2OH plus 2Cr2O7 2 plus 16H plus going to 3CH3CO2H plus 4Cr3 plus 11H2O. Again, 2 points. Third one was HNO3 plus Cu2O going to CuNO3 subscript 2 plus NO plus H2O. The oxidation reaction is Cu2O minus 2 electrons plus 2H plus going to 2Cu2 plus H2O. And the reduction is HNO3 plus 3 electrons plus 3H plus going to NO plus 2H2O. Once again, we need to do some massage and some adjustment. So we can multiply the oxidation reaction by 3 and then the reduction reaction by 2, add the 2, and then we'll get our balance equation to be 2HNO3 plus 3Cu2O plus 12H plus going to 6Cu2 plus 2NO plus 7H2O. Okay, after you have done this, you can still do a bit more adjustment, right, because of what we have here. So you can replace the 12H plus with 12HNO3. In that case, you get 14HNO3 plus 3Cu2O going to 6Cu NO3 subscript 2 plus 2NO plus 7H2O. That's the balanced equation. The fourth one was Br2 plus SO2 plus H2O going to Br minus plus SO42 minus plus H plus. All right, so the oxidation reaction is this. SO2 minus 2 electrons plus 2H2O going to SO4 2 minus plus 4H plus. The reduction reaction would be Br2 plus 2 electrons going to 2Br minus. This is a simpler one, no need for adjustment because you have the same number of electrons there. So you will wind up with a balanced equation, which is Br2 plus SO2 plus H2O going to 2Br minus plus SO4 2 minus plus 4H plus, or Br2 plus SO2 plus 2H2O going to 2HBr plus H2SO4. Last one. This was Cn minus plus MnO4 minus plus H2O going to CnO minus plus MnO2 plus OH minus. All right, so our oxidation reaction will be Cn minus minus 2 electrons plus H2O going to CnO minus plus 2H plus. And the reduction would then be MnO4 minus plus 3 electrons plus 2H2O going to MnO2 plus 4OH minus. Again, mismatch in electrons, so we'll have to do some adjustments. So you multiply the first one by 3 and the second one by 2, then you add them and you will get a balanced equation that looks something like 2 MnO4 minus plus 3 Cn minus plus 7 H2O going to 3 CnO minus 2 plus 2 MnO2 plus 6H plus 8OH minus. All right, we can actually readjust to get a correct equation, okay? Because the first one, you can do some adjustment because if you have 6H plus 8OH minus, you get 6H2O plus 2OH minus. So if we take all of this into account, we can get a correct reaction, which would be 2 MnO4 minus plus 3 Cn minus plus H2O going to 3 CnO minus plus 2 MnO2 plus 2OH minus. And as I said, each of them was worth 2 points. I was really mainly looking at the oxidation reaction and the reduction reaction. If you happen to get the balanced equation, I would be so proud of you, but unfortunately, anyway, let's see what the contestants did. All right, GSTS. GSTS, you tackled question, the third equation, 3, 4, and 4. Those are the main ones that you tackled, right? And then 5. Yes. Unfortunately for GSTS, first of all, you will bear with me. These days it's directly on the screen so you can see for yourselves, right? Previously, I used to complain about handwriting. You thought I was making things up. Now you see for yourself. It's very hard to see what they had written. In addition to that, they also insist on not even labeling so that I know which one they mean to be oxidation and which one to be reduction. The equations were wrong anyway, even if I had known which was which. And so, unfortunately, GSTS, as for today, you couldn't use koto to make soup. I have to give you 0. All right, next is St. Margaret Mary. St. Margaret Mary, you tackled question number 4 and 5. Okay. For 4, your oxidation reaction is incorrect. Can't give you anything for that, but your reduction reaction is right. You tackled 5. You tried the reduction reaction, and I don't even see electrons there. Electrons are missing from there, so obviously that's not right. That's about it, unfortunately. And so you get 1. I'm giving you 1 out of 10. All right. BOA AMPONSEM. BOA AMPONSEM, you tackled number 2. You tackled number 4, and then number 5. Well, for number 2, your oxidation reaction is incorrect. Can't give you anything for that. For question number 4, your oxidation reaction is right. Your reduction reaction is right. Unfortunately, you couldn't translate it into a correct balanced equation. Then for 5, you also had issues. Your oxidation, there's something wrong with your number of electrons. And then also the reduction is incorrect. And so your balanced equation incorrect. Okay? So in fact, you had 2 out of 10. 2 out of 10. That's the end of the problem of the day and the end of round 3. Round 4. In this round, I'm going to be presenting you with statements. When you receive a statement, please go through the statement carefully and let me know whether it's true or false. If you're right, 2 points. If you're incorrect, you lose a precious point. You may choose not to respond, in which case that statement becomes available to the 2 other schools. If a school wants to attempt it, they ring for it. You ring and answer. If you answer correctly, 2 full points. If not, you lose a precious point. Best wishes to all 3 schools. I'm going to be starting with you, St. Margaret Mary. Are you ready? Your statement. The skeleton's role is to provide support, protection, and capacity for movement. Isaac?
True.
You're right. GSTS. The biceps muscle raises the arm while the triceps lowers it in an antagonistic pair.
Yeah.
Yes,
true.
Pache.
True.
No, that's a false statement. BOA AMPONSEM. Synovial liquid entirely lubricates joints and keeps them friction-free. Benedict.
True.
No, that's a false statement. You know the joints are not friction-free. They are close but not friction-free. All right. Next set starts with a preamble to all schools. Preamble. The solution set of the inequality and the inequality is this. It's 2 terms multiplying. The first term is x plus 3, and the second one is x minus 2. So the solution set of the inequality, the expression x plus 3 multiplied by the expression x minus 2 is greater than 0 is, have you got the preamble? Okay. So the solution set of the inequality, the expression x plus 3 multiplied by the expression x minus 2 is greater than 0 is, all right, so now, say Margaret Mary, the set of x such that -2 less than x less than 3. Yes, Joel?
False.
Loudly.
False.
Yes, it's false. GSTS with the same preamble. The set of X such that X is less than -2 or X is greater than 3.
False.
Yes, it's false. BOA AMPONSEM with the same preamble. The set of X such that -3 less than X less than 2. Benedict.
False. False.
Yes, it's false. All right, next set. Say Margaret Mary. The BOA model result for the ground state electronic orbital angular momentum of the hydrogen atom deviates from the actual value of the electronic orbital angular momentum. Joel?
True.
Yes. GSTS. Experiments show that the difference between the BOA model prediction for the ground state orbital angular momentum of the hydrogen atom and the actual value of the electronic orbital angular momentum is insignificant. Yes, Kwache?
False.
Yes. The orbital angular momentum assigned by the BOA model to a hydrogen atom in its ground state is greater than the actual value of the ground state electronic orbital angular momentum. Yes, Franklin.
It is true.
Yes. Next set. Both siderite and limonite are ores of iron containing the oxide of the metal. Yes, Joel?
False.
Yes. GSTS. Unrefined iron obtained from the blast furnace is called cast iron. Yes, Kwache?
False.
Oh, no, that's a true statement. BOA AMPONSEM. When the carbon content of cast iron is reduced to less than 0.1%, it becomes wrought iron. Yes, Benedict?
True.
Yes. Abiotic components shape an ecosystem and are the living components in the organism's environment. Yes, Isaac?
False.
Yes. In a grassland ecosystem, biotic components can be categorized as producers, consumers, and decomposers. Panty.
It's true.
Yes, it's true. BOA AMPONSEM. The abiotic components include the energy produced through the cycling of nutrients, solar energy, and other non-living components in the ecosystem. Yes, Benedict?
True.
That's right. Say Margaret Mary. X cubed plus 2x squared minus 4x minus 8 is equal to the expression x plus 2 multiplying the expression x minus 2 and the second expression squared. Yes, Joel?
False.
You're right. Yes. X cubed plus 2x squared minus 4x minus 8 is equal to 2 expressions multiplying. First expression is x minus 2, and the second one is x squared plus 4. Yes, Kwache.
And I'm false.
Yes. 1.7 x cubed plus 2x squared minus 4x minus 8 is equal to 2 expressions multiplying. The expression x minus 2 multiplying the expression x squared minus 4. Franklin.
False.
You're right. Next set comes with a preamble to all schools. Preamble. An isolated vessel has 2 equal volume compartments separated by an impermeable, rigid, but movable partition. Each compartment contains the same quantity of the same ideal gas at the same temperature and pressure. Please, did you get your preamble? Okay, once again. An isolated vessel has 2 equal volume compartments separated by an impermeable, rigid, but movable partition. Each compartment contains the same quantity of the same ideal gas at the same temperature and pressure. Okay, so now, say Margaret Mary. When the partition is removed and the 2 gases mix, the equilibrium temperature of the mixture equals the temperature of the gases before mixing. Joel.
True.
Yes. GSTS. When the partition is removed and the 2 gases mix, the internal energy of the mixture equals the sum of the internal energies of the gases before mixing. Yes, Kwache?
False.
Oh, no, that's a true statement. 1.7 with the same preamble. When the partition is removed and the 2 gases mix, the entropy of the mixture equals the sum of the entropies of the gases before mixing. Yes, Franklin.
True.
No, that's a false statement. All right, last set of statements for the round. Say Margaret Mary. When an alkene is refluxed with a 1:1 mixture of concentrated H2SO4 and the concentrated HNO3 and concentrated HNO3, no reaction takes place. Yes, Joel?
False.
Oh, that's a true statement. GSTS. The same product is formed when benzene is refluxed with either concentrated H2SO4 or a 1:1 mixture of concentrated H2SO4 and concentrated HNO3. Yes, Panti.
It's false.
Yes. Last statement, 1.7. An alkene and benzene would both react with hydrogen in the presence of suitable catalysts. Franklin?
True.
Yes, that's right. And with that answer, we've come to the end of the 4th round.
COVID-19 has changed the world, but despite the challenges, the spirit of Africanacity is still alive. It's in the tenacity of the men and women keeping us going. It's in the creativity you use to work, teach, and do it all. And it's in the ingenuity of all those who are making a difference. Thank you to everyone still getting things done. Your Africanacity inspires us.
Chat to us anytime, anywhere. Access our virtual assistant, the APSA bot, 24/7. That's Africanacity. That's APSA.
At the end of the fourth round, GSTS has 14 points. St. Margaret Mary Senior High School has 17 points. BOA AMPONSEM Senior High School has 26 points. Gentlemen, let's finish hard. Round 5. At stake in this round is the Goal Riddle Bonanza. This seeks to reward the school that answers either 3 or 4 riddles correctly. At this stage, if you answer 3 of the riddles correctly, you will receive 1,600 Ghana cedis from GOIL. If you answer all 4 correctly, you will receive 2,000 Ghana cedis for your team. So take note and answer these riddles correctly, please. All right. So obviously for round 5, we are going to solve riddles. I will be reading out the clues. Your objective is to solve the riddle. When you are ready to solve a riddle, you must ring for it. May I hear your bell, GSTS? Thank you. Yours, St. Margaret Mary. Thank you. Yours, BOA AMPONSEM Senior High School. Thank you. If you solve the riddle on the first clue, 5 points. On the second clue, 4 points. On the third only clue thereafter, 3 points. Obviously, as said, there are 4 riddles. Best wishes, everyone. First one. I am a quadrilateral. You will find me inside a circle. Yes, Joel.
Cyclic quadrilateral.
You're right. They solved the riddle on the second clue, 4 points. Next one. I am an organic compound. I may be classified as an alkyl halide. I have a total of 3 sp3 hybridized carbons. My halogen has atomic mass of 80. The position of the halogen in my molecule renders my molecule non-symmetrical. So who am I? Yes, which of you? Joel? Go ahead.
Bromopropene.
No. You rang? Go ahead. Oh, GSTS rang first. Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry. Panty.
We have propanoyl chloride.
Pardon?
Propanoyl chloride.
Oh, no.
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
Go ahead, Franklin.
1 propanoyl halide.
No. Okay. People. Who wants this one? No, it's not. All right. You were close. You were close, but you had to be very specific. It's 1-bromopropane. 1-bromopropane. All right, next one. I am a fundamental constant. I have an exact value in terms of which certain SI units are now defined. I feature. Who rang? Yes, Joel?
Speed of light in vacuum.
Yes. I had just started reading the third clue, 3 points. Last one. I am a leaf-shaped flap structure. I am made of elastic cartilage covered with a mucous membrane. I am located in the throat. Yes. Loudly, loudly. Yes, loudly. Say the same thing again.
The epiglottis.
Yes. They solved the riddle on the third clue, 3 points. And that brings us to the end of round 5.
Newmont Africa is a subsidiary of Newmont Corporation, the world's leading gold mining business with unmatched portfolio of assets, prospects, and talent. The global leader in sustainability. We are driven by our values of safety, integrity, sustainability, inclusion, and responsibility. We are the leading gold producer in Ghana with the purpose of creating value and improving the lives of our stakeholders through sustainable and responsible mining.
At the end of the contest, here are the final scores. GSTS has 14 points. St. Margaret Mary Senior High School has 24 points. BOA AMPONSEM Senior High School has 29 points. Nobody lives in tears because we have the ABSA Bank money zone. So for you, GSTS, ABSA Bank is giving you 560 Ghana cedis. For St. Margaret Mary Senior High School, you get 680 Ghana cedis. And for BOA AMPONSEM Senior High School, you get 1,160 Ghana cedis. Well, St. Margaret Mary and GSTS, thank you for being here. Unfortunately, we have to say goodbye. BOA AMPONSEM Senior High School, congratulations on winning the contest. You've earned a spot in the semifinals. Congratulations. Well, your scores are rather low, but we still have the Airtel Tigo highest scorer of the day award, which is worth 3,000 Ghana cedis at this stage. Let's see what happens by the end of the day. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Before we leave, I would like to acknowledge our sponsors. The National Science and Math Quiz is sponsored by the Ghana Education Service in partnership with ABSA Bank and supported by Joy News, Prudential Life Insurance Ghana, GOIL, Airtel Tigo, Deno Milk, Accra College of Medicine, Academic City University College, Central University, GTP, Adanse Travels, Third Eye Care and Vision Center, Medifem Multi-Specialist Hospital and Fertility Center, Newmont Ghana, and YFM. This is a... Yes, it is, it is, it is. Thank you for that. Thank you for joining us for this contest. We are still in the quarterfinals. Please join us next time when we bring you Kumasi Senior High Technical School, Accra Academy, and our reigning champion, St. Augustine's College. See you next time. Bye.
To all the three schools for their outstanding performance, and to
Newmont Africa is a subsidiary of Newmont Corporation, the world's leading gold mining business with unmatched portfolio of assets, prospects, and talent. The global leader in sustainability. We are driven by our values of safety, integrity, sustainability, inclusion, and responsibility. We are the leading gold producer in Ghana with the purpose of creating value and improving the lives of our stakeholders through sustainable and responsible mining.
As part of measures to ensure the smooth placement of qualified BEC candidates for 2020, the Ghana Education Service has put in place the following guidelines for the information of parents, guardians, teachers, candidates, and the general public. All senior high schools and senior high technical and vocational schools in Ghana have been placed in 5 categories, namely Category A, Category B, Category C, Category D, and Category E. All candidates must choose their first, second, and third choices from schools in Category A, Category B, Category C, and Category E in order of preference. Each choice must have a program and accommodation preference. Candidates and parents should note that Category A schools can only be selected once, and Category B schools can be selected twice. A candidate can select all 3 choices from Category C or Category E. Additionally, candidates are to select one mandatory senior high technical or vocational technical school and program from Category E. This category consists of all public senior high technical and vocational schools in Ghana. Candidates must know that when placed in a school in this category, the program of choice shall be a technical or vocational program. Also, candidates are to select one school from Category D. Category D represents the day school option. These schools are schools that students will prefer to attend as day students and therefore must be schools that are located in the candidate's catchment area. In total, all candidates must select 5 schools. Parents are supposed to supervise the awards in the filling and selection process, sign and then submit forms to their current junior high school. This message is brought to you by the Ghana Education Service and the Free SHS Secretariat.
Chat to us anytime, anywhere. Access our virtual assistant, the APSA bot, 24/7. That's Africanacity. That's APSA. Unlock banking with biometrics. Now you can access the APSA mobile banking app using your fingerprint or facial recognition. Download today. That's Africanacity. That's APSA.
COVID-19 has changed the world, but despite the challenges, the spirit of Africanacity is still alive. It's in the tenacity of the men and women keeping us going. It's in the creativity you use to work, teach, and do it all. And it's in the ingenuity of all those who are making a difference. Thank you to everyone still getting things done. Your Africanacity inspires us.
Every now and again, GOIL makes good things happen. This time, GOIL has introduced Super XP Ron 95, a higher grade fuel loaded with additives and yet sold at the same price as normal fuel. GOIL Super XP Ron 95 enhances engine performance like never before. It maintains the engine by keeping it clean from carbon deposits.